in stereo.
First and foremost, I want to thank everybody out there.
Please don't give a political speech. This is not the platform.
Yes.
Is the morning mix on Informanté Radio.
My favorite show.
You're talking about one person, Maria. One person that you know. But you don't know every therapist.
Yeah, no, I'm saying not everybody's professional, but I mean...
Exactly.
But
so you stop defending her. We're not talking about her now.
I'm not talking about her also.
I'm talking about my
her.
cousin therapist who tells people stories.
Lend an ear and join us every morning.
All the time.
I listen all day, every day.
I don't know. I'm just addicted to it.
But Maria, I'm also most family of yours.
Dis pas.
Dis ons nie familie nie.
Sy het gister vir ons gesê ons is
Sa kwanyama.
broers.
Hallo.
Hoe sê sy vir ons? Ons
I
is nie
thank
familie
you.
nie. Very good.
Yeah.
No,
We will-
I've said your family zone.
Nee.
You just said we are not family. You are a
No,
Kwanyama.
it's my brother.
The morning mix.
Starting your day with a bang. You are listening to Namibia's best radio station, Informanté Radio. As you journey through life towards your retirement goal, build your wealth with Elite Save. Earn 8.5% compound interest on your investment term while choosing when and how you receive your interest returns. It's tailor-made to help you succeed. For more info, SMS Elite Save to 31844 and we will call you back. Underwritten by Trustco Life.
The views and opinions expressed on the radio program by the guests, advertisers, news bulletins, call-in listeners or chatters are solely the views and opinions of the source who express them. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions and the views of Trustco Group International, the broadcast regulators in Namibia, or that of the Informanté radio station.
This is Informanté Radio, the sound for a new age.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, Monday to Fridays.
The morning mix. Classic man on the beat.
Take care of yourself for me. And every time you feel lonely, no man up on the thing but before what they call me. Ngeto danzo gazumba, mo akorongi pambelo jete kukutumba. Friendship on lock, no makumba. I got your back, ndafonja te opombuda. Hey, Buddha, onde yangi longo ya futa. Shashi mo renduka. Life is nyenye suka. Hanganeta no sopa, prukutupa, moka frupa. Fio tango tari kuruka. Meme yange taito, mi tango tati kurupa. Inani kama vali mushafuruka.
Paiponduka kokule. I'll only come see you later. Inowali chomi yange. I'll maybe send you a letter. Chingamba iko kule. Onjide pipangaraje. Pangaraje. Unawe wanako ya onoe wa migeno wa garini. Okabige bugate wako moja mori kwa iuni munda uyu warako ya ono ewa mekino atharini we love ishitwabianda we love ishitwabi we love ishitwabianda we love ishitwabianda baungura iye ko vantu chigo behenji vanga ukuno vandoko I'll only come see you later. I'll maybe send you a letter. Chingamba iko kure. Onjide pipangaraje. Pangaraje. chingamba iko kule Unjire vipangaranje Pangaranje Paifunduka kokule I'll only come see you later. You know I let you me and gay. I'll maybe send you a letter.
It's the most listened to radio show on the
When Chops was announcing, you could see the confusion on his face. It's like, okay, now we would like to welcome Miss Namibia runner-up.
Starting your day with a bang.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning Mix on Informanté Radio 817. Ooh, it's a Vrydagoggend, ne? It's one of those mornings. As you see, Neville is even dancing so early in the morning. Good morning. Moro moro. Just ready for the Friday. Right. How's the Friday morning?
I got promises from friends of mine who work for NAST in Junam of Namibia.
And IOM?
IOM ook. Het lokke golla.
I'm just taking a wild guess here. Yeah, yo. Maar is vrijdag the 16th, right? So that means it's just about a week before Golla Day.
Yeah, it's a week before Golla Day.
Yeah. Next week, Sunday, I think, should be payday.
But some of us also think we don't need Golla. Some of us.
Yeah, tell us most fish rod money. Fish rod money doesn't dry out. Yeah. Let's do a quick COVID update, and then, of course, we'll start checking out the comments as we wait for Rich Auntie to get into the studio. Anyway, our total caseload for this morning stands at 12,103. No new deaths recorded, 10,329 recoveries. Yesterday we recorded, I think, 34 cases, if I'm not mistaken. Our current active cases continues to go down. We were standing at 1,794 yesterday. Today we're standing at 1,644. So a little over 100 is the amount by which the number has come down.
I had the opportunity to go to Robert Mugabe Clinic. Yeah, for other business. Okay? Not for testing.
Wat wil jy daar gaan maak?
Nee, is nie op besigheid nie. Ja. Ek was saam met my Gotcha daar gewees, maar. Ja.
Ek sal maar niks vra nie.
Ja.
I'm going to put this one on ice until Maria comes.
Ja. Was saam met my Gotcha.
Waar het jy jou maar toe daar gaan maak?
Ons is nie op besigheid nie. Ja.
Right.
Ons was daar. We just went to go and find out certain things about her. Ja.
Oh, jy het vir haar toets gegaan. Maar 'n ander toets.
Hoekom vra jy vir my?
Nee, I'm just asking.
Ja, nee. No, honestly, yeah, I was there. Hierdie Dirk Nyatsa weer is.
Hy's besig.
Hy's besig. So, yeah, no, it's quite commendable once again. Hey, girlfriend.
Boyfriend?
Oh, was it? China.
That's all right.
Lady in black.
And,
morning, Maria.
Ek sê mos nee, you know what? I got something with a floppy.
I almost wore mine this
floppy
morning as well.
is my thing.
It brings out the ghetto in you. I love it.
There's how many 8 loss in there? It's
when
gonna
you have
be.
a flop, you transform.
You transform.
You transform.
Oh yeah, no, I transform.
You become Tura.
Yo,
The streets.
I love a
The
flop.
streets become you.
Oh.
You know what
I've tried caps.
Yeah.
You know the cap.
Yeah.
Maar it doesn't feel me. Maar as ek 'n floppy opset.
Jy wil net zeker wees as jy flop opset.
Okay, Maria, we got 2 issues to discuss today.
What is the issue?
Ne? The one is the lira issue.
Oof.
Okay, that's the one issue. The other one is obviously the mob justice issue. Okay,
yeah.
so we know the mob justice issue is gonna there's going to be a lot of commenting around that one. It's going to be
Galvanizing.
wild. Yeah, it's going to be galvanizing. Kom ons begin gou met lira. Okay?
So like, say go for me. So
Let me quickly read.
Yeah.
Okay, there was an advert, and it's obviously as Namibians, we don't know about this, but there was an invitation that says, "Dear stakeholders, you are cordially invited to join us as we recognize multi-platinum South African artist Lira as to our first tourism ambassador in the FENATA's new travel ambassador initiative. Come to Namibia and experience your soul." So we started off yesterday in one of our groups where we just randomly started asking the questions amongst each other. Oh yes, and we obviously also share it on our group.
We had a
on the
story as well on
Informanté group.
Informanté.
Okay. So is it right for people who are not Namibian, and in this case now a South African, that comes and is basically, in my view, put on a pedestal to represent Namibia as a tourism brand out there?
It's very dangerous to ask that question if you don't know all the information.
Okay.
I just say, I don't know all the information either, but my speculation.
Yeah, we are
is that
speculating here.
My speculation for this to have happened.
Yeah.
The only conclusion I can draw is that this is aimed at trying to get South African tourists into Namibia.
Okay.
Yeah. So she, as a South African, as an ambassador to Namibia, is to try and get flow from the south into Namibia. So to encourage South African tourism to Namibia. If it's a global initiative, it's a different story.
Okay.
That wouldn't make sense.
Now, even better. I believe there are, in my personal opinion, there are many Namibians who are plying their trade in South Africa. We can just start off with footballers, for instance. We can say
Rugby players,
Dion
footballers.
Hotto, for instance.
Who is currently the most valuable player in the PSL.
Dion Hotto is bigger than Lira at the moment, if you would ask South Africans. This guy plays for, I think he went to, is it now, to Orlando Pirates?
Orlando Pirates, yeah.
Yeah. There are enough Namibians out there who can be used by a South African company to promote tourism in Namibia.
Towards Namibia, yeah.
Or in South Africa.
Are they a South African company, these guys?
I believe so, yes.
But, but they operate tours and stuff in Namibia, or
Yes,
how exactly does it work?
it seems it's a South African-Namibian partnership.
Okay.
All right. So I'm saying I don't want to make a conclusion in the absence of, because sometimes after you have strong opinions of it, because my initial thing I was doing, I was like Lira, Papa's Lira, and whatever. Then I had to sit back and be like, I don't actually have the information, so I don't want to.
But we did a story about it.
Yeah, we did the information that she's the ambassador without all the full information. I'm saying then what happens is usually sometimes the information comes later, and then you start realizing, oh, there was a. Remember how we were, for example, discussing Sam Nyoma sister's remains, but we didn't know she was cremated.
Yeah.
Which is also funny, since the cremation facilities in Namibia haven't been operational for a while now.
Oh.
But in any case, that is a story for another day.
Okay, that's a story for another day. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, something like that.
Yeah.
So I was the only, because it's so illogical for me. I'm almost trying to rationalize it. It's so illogical. I can't think that any business would think that this is okay, right?
Yeah.
Like, how out of touch are you with reality that you would make a South African tourism ambassador? Like, who knows Namibia better than Namibians?
Hello.
Hello.
How well can Lira
The
sell
culture,
this
the
country
language,
to
yes.
anybody?
Yes. She can promote South, and why wouldn't she promote South Africa first?
Yeah.
You see? Because that's her country. So I was first trying to understand. And then I thought, okay, maybe if it's trying to encourage South Africans to Namibia, then that's an easier conversation, because then as South Africans, she thinks like South Africans. She interacts with South Africans. She speaks South African languages. So it's easier for her to have conversations with other South Africans in which she's promoting them to go to Namibia or encourage them to travel to Namibia. Then that would make, for me, more sense.
But that would be a bit small-minded. I mean, if we're trying to, unless we are planning to appoint an ambassador from from one from Brazil, one from the States, one from Nigeria, because I mean, I'm sure South African tourists are not the only ones who we're
But it's a
trying
big
to.
market for us. It's a very huge market for us.
The South African market?
Yes.
It is a big market.
I know they come hunt here, but you think the South African market is going to be what
Hunting
revives
aside, it's-
what revives our tourism industry?
No, I mean hunting aside.
So much so that you would focus an entire campaign on just South Africa.
But let's first establish how big is the market of South Africa. Is South Africa not our biggest tourism?
No.
I don't think it's the biggest.
I know there's Germany, but I don't think
Yeah.
Germany is number one. Actually, I stand corrected, but it might actually be South Africa.
I know a lot of South Africans come here to come do some work
But you
under
come
the
on a
guise
tourist.
of tourism.
Yes, but that's all they're looking at. What are you coming under what conditions?
Yeah.
So based on that, the information immigrations only has how you're entering the country as a tourist.
Yeah.
So South Africa, actually, our biggest market is South Africa.
We still don't know
Yeah.
whether it
What
is.
do you think it is?
I do think.
Not South Africa.
I do think.
I think it's probably from Europe.
I do
It's
think
our
either
biggest
China.
market.
It could be China. It could be Germany, because I think for historical reasons also.
Chinese come for work visa, for work, not for for tourism.
There's a lot of Chinese who come, because I have a lot of friends, within the tourism industry who are actually tour guides.
Yeah.
And when these guys talk to me on a weekly basis and they tell me how many Chinese tourists are coming in that he picks up at the airport, et cetera, that he drives around in tour buses of at least 35 people on a weekly basis.
It's weird. I don't see them when I travel to lodges or whatever. I can see South Africans and Europeans.
Yeah.
Quite
Yeah.
a bit. But
Yeah.
I can't remember that I see a lot of Chinese
Yeah.
in this tourism
Yeah.
facilities. I don't
no,
really see them. But I see them in other countries.
Yeah. So, but let's say, Maria, if it is what you say, let's say it's to capture the South African market.
Yeah.
I think, like I said in the beginning of when we started this conversation, I believe there are a lot of Namibians who have really set a footprint for themselves in South Africa that we could have used, that has a platform in South Africa. We can even say Michelle McLean.
And
Well,
her
Michelle
husband.
is not in South Africa right now.
I know, but they have all the
in
money.
LA.
I know she's in LA. I
Lira
know
is also hardly in South Africa.
she's
these
out
days,
because she
by the way.
travels all over.
Yeah.
I just think that
No, I'm saying Michelle, you can't even compare because Michelle is based in LA right now.
I know, but Michelle comes down to Namibia for periodically for.
But if the market is South Africa,
I know,
so
but she has a strong footprint in South Africa in terms of branding for a long time. I'm just using her as an example. I'm not saying that we should use her, but she's one example that we could use. Frank Fredericks, hello.
he's not based in South Africa.
I know, Maria, but you know what? If you have the money to put in a campaign to say, this is what we want to do in a country like Namibia, there are enough Namibians out there.
I don't disagree if you're looking
Yeah.
at it from that way. If you're
Yeah.
trying to identify a Namibian,
Yeah.
there's so many names that come
Yes.
up. I'm saying if the strategy is, and look, this is me even assuming that's what it is.
Yeah,
For all we know, that's not even the strategy, and it's just pure nuance.
yeah,
This whole thing, because
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm trying to rationalize it because it just does not make sense to me when there are so many Namibians with bigger platforms that have more prominence, that
Yes.
have more influence than Lira. I can't understand why they would use Lira. So the only way I'm thinking about it is like, is it maybe because they want the South African and they want the South African market? Because that's the only way it can kind of make sense to me, But it's almost like, but let's go off of the fact that maybe it's not even a South African market.
Again,
It's shocking.
It's shocking.
It's very shocking, and I think everybody is allowed to be shocked.
Because at the end of the day, now we sit here with a situation like with egg on our face, and I'm talking about even the discussion that we had yesterday with Tuapewa. Everything starts on grassroots level.
Yeah.
When it comes to Namibian products and services.
Yeah.
So now we sit with egg.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but tourism,
It's
you
easier.
have to come here.
Tourism is really understanding. If I
Yeah.
ask Lira, for example, certain questions on tourism in Namibia, I'm almost certain that unless she's going by textbook, she will not be able to answer.
She's going to quote our
She
Brazilian
will have
ambassador.
to, she will have to quote that Or if I ask her about, because tourism also extends to the people, the culture, the traditions of a country. If I have to ask her, like, how many languages can you speak a Namibian language? What about the Himba people? How
Yes.
do I access that?
Yeah.
What is the biggest tribe? All information is tourist related because of the interests. that know-how you can only, I think only a real Namibia will have that passion to promote. And like I said, and what would stop Lira from promoting South Africa ahead of Namibia? She's South African first and foremost.
Of course.
Her loyalty is with South Africa. And that's why it doesn't, beer is a different thing.
For-
You could like your beer, like you could like our beer more
Yeah.
than you like your beer in your country.
Yeah.
Because it's a taste preference.
For instance, let's say we talk about beer. And let's
I'll
say,
get my tea. Continue.
and let's say, for instance, it's this is basically targeted for the, let's say, the European market. Germany, for instance. We got the biggest artist who basically competed in Eurovision.
Yes.
Ease.
Who won that German X Factor or whatever
Yes,
it is called? Yes.
he
I
won
remember,
that.
yes.
Ease is a Namibian.
Yes.
He uses the Namibian flag all over.
Yeah.
He's a Namibian brand. German. Why not use Ease to promote tourism in Namibia? For example.
And may I just add?
Uh-huh.
I think it wouldn't have mattered who was. Look, anybody that would have been chosen
Yes.
to be that ambassador would have already been criticized. If it was a Namibian. In some sense, because people would be like, why is this white and not this person? Why Frank and not Michelle?
Yeah.
Why? So
But
it
it's
would have
fine.
already been a debate. That's what I'm saying. It's already a tense thing
But
to
that's all right.
identify.
It's domestic.
Yes,
It's
that's what I'm
domestic
saying.
issue.
It's a domestic issue. So it would have already been a domestic issue. For you to now make it an international thing is even worse. You've just even created. Let us rather fight amongst
Let's
ourselves.
fight amongst
on
ourselves.
Who's more deserving?
Yeah.
Which Namibian is more deserving?
My sister takes better pictures than Maria.
Yeah. Let's rather
Why
have that.
must Maria get that contract?
Yeah, and
That's
so
nonsense.
Maria only has 4,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
My sister has like 25,000.
Dankie. Yeah.
Ukom-
That's the fight we're supposed to
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
We
rather
shouldn't be
than-
having other people do makwere.
And people don't get it confused. We are not
Xenophobic.
we're not anti-Lira.
Yeah.
Actually, I
We
mean,
love Lira, in fact.
We love Lira.
I love
Neville is a big jazz lover.
I am a big,
I went to
big,
watch her.
big Lira fan.
At the now
At the
Brewers-
warehouse.
At the warehouse. I was
Yes.
there. Yeah.
I
Were you
watched
there
the
that
show
time?
there. Yeah, we were there together.
Oh yes, wow,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, we
Yeah.
watched her. She's amazing.
And
So-
I mean,
Yeah.
that was not the first or the last
Yes.
show. I've seen her many
Yes.
times perform in
Jazz
South Africa
festival as well.
at the Jazz Festival in Cape
Yeah.
Town. She's a brilliant artist and she's a Ngames.
yeah, she is.
But she is not Namibian.
Yeah.
She can't speak on our behalf.
Yeah.
It's just my humble opinion. That's it. Ek
She
is
can
klaar.
speak on our.
Okay,
on
kom
our
ek lees eers 'n paar van die comments. Let's hear what the community has to say. Benito Natebi, Maradalira move is wrong, man. 10% good and 90% wrong. Hashtag shut down
Shut
Lira.
down
I don't tell ne. I know who's in charge of choosing. I just want to talk. Braji Gontep, Namibians travel less in their own country. We like to be seen catching flights all the time, going abroad.
Yes, this one we have a problem with per person sharing.
Tatenanes is used by Kondwana as their ambassador. But he is one of those people that really, really makes it a point to promote and to push Namibia.
Yeah.
I remember he was telling us when he was performing, right? At that German X Factor thing, that German competition thing that he won. They didn't want him to display the Namibian flag anyway, so he decided he's going to perform with the shoes, yes,
Yeah.
that had the Namibian flag on. And you saw such little things just shows his commitment towards actually pushing the Namibian brand out there. In any case, he's what's the word I'm looking for?
He's an ambassador. He's a real Namibian.
Yeah.
He's not what is it? When you say you are loyal to your country,
Patriot.
he's
Patriotic.
yeah, he's very
He's a
patriotic.
patriot.
Yes,
That's
he's
the word,
patriotic.
boss.
That's the word.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying patriarchy. I'm like, hey,
No.
you know, must I word as well in that direction? We stand up. Yeah, but he's very patriotic. Yeah, and he's not the only one. There's a lot of Namibians that are very patriotic. Yeah.
They might.
Jy begin weer.
I get next on Harak. You see? Ek word nie weer gehuis
Hey,
soos
kyk,
hier.
look, see how quiet it is.
The ghost in the studio.
Hy kos lees in Global vir ons so 'n essay geskryf.
And Glovo, I know what he's going to write.
Neville, but the target market Lira captures and that of Hotto totally different.
That's true.
Do not look at her as just a musician. I would pose this to you as well. How is it TAFL sponsors South African rugby more than it does in Namibia, right? Get a holistic approach before you generalize, and also analyze who are the big players in your tourism industry. I'll give you an example of the Beast Tendai Mtawariras, a recognized role in South Africa compared to his home country, Zimbabwe. Right? Take feelings and prejudices out, and you will be surprised. Hoto and Shalulile actually are opening doors for the Namibian footballers in the South African League than the other way around. All right? Being a brand ambassador transcends country of origin, but speaks to perception and influence.
Yeah. I mean, really well said, though.
Yeah, well said. We agree.
He still
Look,
disagrees
we,
with
we,
you.
we agree to disagree.
No. Nini, look,
Yeah.
we're not doubting Lyra's
Credentials.
Yeah,
Credentials.
her
ability.
credentials, right?
Yeah.
But we have Namibian brands who have just about the same reach or even bigger than Lyra's.
In our view.
Yes, in our view, of course. So maybe we should talk to the South Namibian company who actually are the ones who are running this campaign.
And yes, the issue of Tafelaga has been quite an issue. That they are sponsoring a South African rugby team,
Tafelaga or Windhoek?
Tafelaga.
Tafelaga
Yeah.
is what?
It's Tafelaga.
It's a
Is
beer.
it Namibian?
Yes. Oh.
I know Windhoek Lager.
Tafel is Windhoek's brother.
Is it? I thought it was. Ik drink geen bier niet.
Windhoek Lager is like
I know the
Windhoek.
brand.
Tafelaga is like Cassie Life.
Yeah, I know the brand. I
But
just think
funny
it's
enough,
Namibian.
it's like Zelani's favorite beer, Tafel.
Die Lanis drink Tafel.
Yeah.
Hou op man.
Like you don't find it being. What is a bar? Windhoek is more prevalent downtown. Uptown is mere Tafel. It's the weirdest thing.
Can't
to me.
believe it.
Yeah. But in any
I
case,
know the brand. I just didn't know it's Namibian. Basically, is what I'm saying. I thought it was
Okay.
South African.
Yeah.
So now I've learned something.
Windhoek Lager,
Yeah.
Tafel Lager.
I hope that information really adds to my knowledge base.
Verstaan jy? It adds to it now
All right.
as we sit
All
here.
right, thank you. Much appreciated. I've just been schooled on beer.
push
Continue,
Tafel.
you were saying?
No, I'm just saying it was quite a bone of contention when that sponsorship was announced. I think they sponsored the South African provincial Griquas team.
Yes, I remember Rian
Yeah.
brought us a T-shirt. of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Griquas.
there was a T-shirt here in the studio. So so there was a lot of questions being asked that why couldn't they, support, a local team instead of a South African team. I believe that they went to quite an extent to explain their sponsorship and what their footprint is in South Africa, and that is why. So yeah, it's give and take, I believe.
But their footprint in Namibia is also big.
The part where I agree with, is it how you say Queenie?
Nini.
Ndlovu.
Tlovo, is that I think it would be easier for a South African to appeal to other South Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I relate better to Namibians
Yeah.
Yeah.
than I do to South Africans
Yeah.
and any other nation.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. If it's from South Africa, if it's to drive South African market, which I still believe South Africa is the biggest market in
Okay.
terms of tourism, I will go check it. But if you're still trying to, especially in the wake of COVID and now opening borders and now encouraging tourism, if the idea is to
I know
drive,
people. I'll WhatsApp the minister. now. Yeah.
if the idea is to drive South Africans, I think South Africans
Julle
will
ken nie
relate.
mense nie.
I think South Africans will relate better to Lira than they would a Namibian that already holds the flag high. That's where I tend to agree with that, and that's why I was saying this is the only way that it makes logical sense to me if they're trying to drive South African traffic. But in the absence of actual information, this is just speculation.
Yeah.
I don't
Now,
know.
look, Lyra is gonna get a job done. That I mean, her
Paid for it.
her brand, her repertoire, like she's gonna get a job done. That is not in doubt. It's just, we feel like maybe we should be promoting our own and having our own promote us, around the world. But in any case, some more comments. Jeanette Fourie, Michelle McLean is a Namibian and she's promoting Namibia every day. She does not have to be based in Namibia. Brand ambassadorship is about promoting Namibia across the world.
Yeah, that she have to be paid, so.
Dr. Kumalo's wife, she can represent us too.
Huh?
Yeah, some Dagestan comments, yes.
Even doctors, I mean, Samuel Nuyoma, since he's air conditioning, I hear the Brazilians are dying to come to Namibia now.
They want
to
come.
roll down the dunes. So, you see, it's everybody's responsibility to promote this country.
Yeah, we should just start a challenge with you guys. Let's see how well you can promote this country. Yeah.
Some of you, I've seen you on flights. Namibian, seen you on flight. The minute you get on a flight, you're telling the person you're sitting next to, oh, no, I'm South African. So,
Hey!
don't pretend it is so it's over.
Nooit!
Oh, I
Ek.
have. I'm coming from...
You've told people you are Algerian, I hear.
No, I'm always Namibian. But I've flown from UK to Namibia, got on a flight with people I can, once Namibians, on check my car. I can see they're visibly Namibian because I know our accent and I could see the passport is also green.
Yeah, it's
Get
green.
on the flight, they don't know I am Namibian.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I am, And we're sitting on and this person is telling the next person that she's South African. And she's even put on an accent. She's like, no, it's from South Africa, but I'm going to visit a friend in Namibia, blah, blah, blah. And I was just
Maria
thinking,
Hoop, man.
yes. And I just thought, why are we
Sis.
embarrassed?
You should have told her in Oshiwambo, oh, tofunchu.
Tofu.
Oh, you popper.
Yeah.
Oh, pop your shilling.
It's as ek so iets sien, nee.
Experienced it.
I say, hey. What? I can amper.
I mean, we even have...
Amper ao kutuka mo siya ron.
Neville.
Bye.
We have people like Stefan Ludik who can also represent us.
Stefan was big in South
Oh,
Africa.
there's a bird in here.
No, it's outside.
What?
No.
No, I'm saying here, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
We even have Estomi who can represent us in Europe.
No way.
Dion Chim Sizzle says, whatever reason,
Estomich, can you do that for us?
be our tourism ambassador there in Scandinavia.
Yeah. Oh, Miriam. Hello, we have Miriam Kagogoena. Okay, but she's a Trump supporter. Let's say, Khan.
Come on.
Yeah.
But we also need Trump's people to come.
Nee,
to Namibia.
line.
Whatever reason they put to it, ambassador does not make sense unless, yes, like Maria said, there's valid reason to it after, of course, we hear the rest of the details in regards to it.
Yeah.
We say so?
Dion Chimsizo. Maria, are you shy or why are you soft today? Speak up, please. Speak up,
I
love.
don't have my earphones on, so I don't know what you guys are hearing.
We are hearing a very soft voice. Put on your
So
earphones.
when I'm aggressive, you say I'm too aggressive.
Yeah, that shrill
You are
voice.
too aggressive. And now that I'm soft, you are too soft. What about you?
We want you to shut up. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Man.
I prefer.
Oh, don't pull a camera now, please. Helena Tasha Nampala. Rich Auntie has a point. But your ambassador has to be someone that your audience or targeted people can relate to.
Yeah.
In that sense, it is also understandable. Estomich, happy Friday, you all. The big question is, would South Africa use a Namibian as an ambassador to invite tourists, Namibian tourists, to SA?
I thank you.
It's,
I thank you. Ndangi jinene.
okay.
Okwe hepa.
Senia, good morning. Rich Auntie looking all gangster today. She's looking gangster.
Maak die sound excellence.
It's a knuckles. I get you lang last check me, bro. And he comes back and he's somewhere clap yesig met Maria.
Maar met Dolam, wat? Our own Soweto Dolam. Vandaag.
How does someone from outside Namibia represent Namibia? What happened to appointing a Namibian?
I thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think.
Also, nowadays.
Yeah, I don't think we are ever gonna all reach an agreement on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe once we have a bit more details from the organizers or whatever.
But in conclusion, if the Chinese embassy wants a Namibian to promote China,
Come on. I love China.
I love China.
Konnichiwa. I know. Wait, that's not Chinese.
That's Japanese.
Ni hao. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
I know enough.
Yeah.
I've been to the Great Wall of China.
You've been to the Great Wall.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it like?
It was amazing.
Did you walk? You walk on the Chinese wall?
Yeah, I didn't walk all of it. It's too
Yeah.
big, but yeah, I walked on it. I mean, I did quite a distance. It's amazing. I mean, you can see why it's one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah,
It's
ne?
a real wonder. It was physically built. Oof. Anyway, excited to see. I'm even talking about China or any other country. If you guys, I can even promote Brazil or, I mean, Zimbabwe, Botswana, anything you guys, as long as it's a paying gig.
I must never go to Brazil.
Yeah, you said so. Anyway, moving on.
Ek moet nie Brazil toe gaan nie.
Okay, Maria, your floppy and ghetto looks though. Our own Soweto Dolam chick.
Vandaag is die rich auntie.
Ja.
Gevaarlijke auntie.
Hallo,
That's
please
Braji Gontep.
choose your poison. Soweto is very far from Dolam.
Yeah, Soweto is Taikan and Dolam is
Yeah,
Taikan.
don't come
I
here.
think it just means the streets.
Nee,
I belong to the streets.
Come on.
I know.
Those two hoods don't even get along with each
Nee,
other.
we don't get along. Dolam is like, it's a for circus.
Yeah.
That's a kid. Soweto is like, it's more
Yeah, it is more true.
more subdued.
Chill.
Yeah.
Stand fast.
Stand fast.
Yeah, I can also promote Angola. Very right. Very right.
No. You need to go to Angola.
I can promote Angola.
You
it's
can
the-
promote Angola.
Yeah. I must get those US dollars.
Yeah.
Ngapri Munshi. Like, oh, you guys and your names on Facebook also. Ne? Oh. I know a few people that can be great brand ambassadors for the Namibian breweries. Me too.
Yeah, start with Cubase.
I have a picture of myself, like maybe it's like a 6-year-old standing with a crat, any beer in your hand. But I wasn't drinking, of course. It was just beer in the house that I was posing with.
Years ago, I was the brand ambassador for Castle Lager in Namibia.
Yeah.
So they Castle Lager flew me out. I think it was 90s, 98, 99.
Kasalaga is South African.
South African beer.
They flew you out to do what?
They flew me out and they basically, I did a whole Castle Lager commercial, which was basically targeted for the Namibian market.
Why didn't they use the South African?
Verstaan jy?
Sien jy, julle vergeet.
Nee, maar dit is wat ek sê. Castle Lager did
So
the
you
right
also
thing.
benefited.
But they did the right thing. They used the Namibian. They used me to promote their beer in Namibia. That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
but
say.
it's a South African brand.
It is a South African
So
brand.
who can promote it better than
But-
a South African?
No. I have the footprint in Namibia.
Yeah, so they're also trying to get South Africans to come to Namibia. So who better
Yeah.
to do it?
No. They wanted Namibians to drink more South African beer.
And they want more South Africans to come to Namibia.
No, I don't know if that was their aim.
No.
Okay.
Like
their
she-
aim was to capture the Namibian market
With
to-
the beer.
With the beer to get a Namibian footprint. So they needed to use a Namibian
But you
to
know,
promote.
Unbeknownst to you, you were a conversation on Kudu FM. Wat jy daai gig gekry het, daar was mense in die studio wat gesê het, Kasalaga, why didn't you take a South African?
Hendrik van Wyk.
Yeah.
but you see, that ad it probably never even played outside of Namibia.
No, it didn't play outside of Namibia.
Yeah.
What
It is
they
meant
did
for
is
the Namibian market.
It was
Yeah.
meant for the Namibian market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
99.
And then anyway, somebody says you've been promoting groot winkel baie goed so.
Nee,
ook 'n brand ambassador.
that is lifetime achievement.
Lifetime achievement award. My hands in cement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Groot winkels.
Castro Paul says Maria can promote Katima Airways.
Let's
Is
start
er-
met my.
Kan ons net aangaan asseblief?
Yeah. This
Kan
is
ons aangaan?
another topic.
Ja.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the other topic. So, I don't know how many of you guys have seen. It's basically a video that Meneer Neville probably found in one of his 302 WhatsApp groups. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Neville, how has it been doing the rounds, or how did you get a hold of the video?
It's obviously been doing the rounds, but just to give context, they seem to be, it's a case of real traditional mob justice,
Yeah.
where this one guy allegedly,
Hey, I think the term mob justice is a bit off, but it's fine. Continue.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
okay, but okay, this guy allegedly, repeatedly assaulted.
Not allegedly, he admits to it in the video.
Oh, he admits to it.
Yes.
Okay. Kan ek net klaar praat
Yeah,
asseblief?
you have to give the right information.
Yes.
This is
Give-
baie reg. Because it was
Give-
in Oceano, so I don't even have
Yes.
proper context.
Yes.
Give the right information.
So look, Herreros, we have this thing that we call Okurano.
Okura.
Yes. So it's basically your mates. But not your mates as in the people you were
Your
born.
peers.
Yeah, your peers. Not the people you were born in the same year with, but the people you were circumcised in the same year with.
Okay.
But that is
Like a brotherhood.
yes, it's
Yeah.
like a brotherhood. So
Of
these
circumcision.
these guys will they will be there at your wedding. They will be there when you have a funeral. Basically, they are your support structure. That
Your soul brothers.
yes,
Yeah.
and they're also there to keep you in check.
Okay.
So they keep each other in check. So from what I gather from the video, these guys have had conversations with this person. They've told him, they've had meetings with him. It's like, young me, bro, stop beating your wife. So I guess they got fed up and to besluit la kom vang hom. It's like, okay, jy dink mos jy's mos nou die sterk een wat die vrouens kan slaan. So now we're gonna whoop you. And they held him down and they beat him op sy sterre met 'n stok.
Ja.
Sterre en hier. Jy ken die sagte vleisietjies is op by die boude. Yeah, and they went basically
Ballistic.
everybody in the group took their turn at hitting him, and they're asking him the whole time, do you understand why we are beating you? Verstaan jy? And he says, yeah. It's like, why? Because I beat my wife. You tell us you'll never do it again. Yes. No, don't say yes. Say the words. Say I will never beat my wife again. So yeah. So basically that whole scenario there, it brought up this discussion of mob justice.
There
Yeah.
you call it mob justice.
No, I said it brought up the discussion of mob justice. I
Okay.
didn't call it mob justice.
So what do you call it?
I call it what it is.
What?
Okura. It's like Okuru. There are no words for such things in
Vigilante.
English. Yes.
Before you go in, and that's why I was showing Neville here, and it's also related to this discussion. In India, there's actually a group called Gulabi Gang, right? It's stick-yielding women, vigilantes, standing up for abuses in India.
Yeah.
So these women, they wear saris and they walk around with sticks and whatever. If a woman in that area is beaten by a husband, this group collectively go to that husband and
they go
beat
whip
him.
him.
And it's a group, and they actually have a name. It's called Gulabi Gang, and it's very similar. So they call them, it's like vigilantes.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't call it mob justice necessarily.
And remember this, Neville, these guys, this brotherhood, these guys were standing by him. A couple of them, or if not many of them, were probably part of the groomsmen at the
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah.
Because that is also like one of the reasons why they are there traditionally.
Yeah.
To like, it's your support structure. Whether it's
Yeah.
a funeral, a wedding, or what, they will stand by you. So they're not people who are not known to him.
Yeah.
It's not strangers. That's why I didn't want to use the term mob justice. It's
Yeah.
basically like, soos as your familie gebesluit het, hey, Neville, we are
Ons
now
is
tired of your stealing or whatever, en ons sal die hande slaan dat jy nie weer steel nie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the word mob justice is not correct. It's a mob.
Yeah.
It's more than a few people. We're extending justice. So we're trying to sugarcoat it, but you're actually very correct.
Yeah.
It is mob justice. It's just the circumstances that they're known to the person, but they can still be mob justice even if.
Yeah.
It's when you take the law into your own hands, collectively as a group.
I understand, yes, but you know, with words mean things, so sometimes something can get misconstrued
But it is
as
mob
something
justice.
else.
Yeah, but the thing is also, English is not our language. This is what the English speakers or those who develop the language,
Yes.
that is what they consider
Yes.
as mob justice. And a mob is considered a lot of people, a bunch of people together who mete out justice, probably on a grassroots level,
Yeah.
outside a court of law. But I think the discussion that we want to have here today is, were they right to beat him, or was he supposed to be handed over to the police? Okay?
Is that the discussion?
Yeah, just to hear you guys' opinion on this issue. For me,
I
ek het
think,
julle
I
gisteraan
think the
gesê.
bigger discussion would have been, is this effective? Is this,
Yes.
is this the way to reduce
Yes,
violence stats?
all of that.
Look, on a large scale, look, I don't necessarily think it does more harm than it does good, but I also don't. I can also admit that it's not going to be the solution that solves the problem. Right? It may be solving a problem here and there in some communities. I mean, I'm sure that guy, because some of the peers from that group were not even there. So I'm sure that guy is going to think at least a couple of times before, the next time he wants to be aggressive.
Finally.
It's like the Indian one, the Gulanki gang.
Yes.
By
Yeah.
the way, surprisingly, it's actually been.
It's women.
It's actually been seen to be effective.
Yes.
Yeah?
So there has been less cases of violence reported since they started taking matters into their own hands. Because they come as a squad.
Yes.
You're not going to fight all those women off. And they've got sticks. So
I understand, but look, there has been the trend also in Namibia. You have to understand that most of these guys, they harm the lady and then basically they kill themselves. Which means, if somebody decides to go down that route, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So you can come
Yeah.
and come beat him up and what, and he already resolves in that moment, ek sal die vrou nog gaan doodmaak and then I'm going to kill myself.
apart from all of that, because there's a lot of people that don't have it in them to kill themselves.
Yes.
I think my concern is just the victim still has to live with this person. And this is still a partner. So he gets beaten. If he's angry, the person is going to lash out to, again, is the wife.
Sy sal gaan kla.
It's like, oh, Jade can't, no, but she can't keep.
Sy sal gaan kla. Those guys, Marianne, those guys will come to you. Like I was telling Neville this story. Growing up, right? I saw grown men being put in this 50 kg, ne?
50 kilogram
Yeah,
bag.
the bag with the salt and this. I've second. Yeah, so I've seen grown men, because they are refusing to comply, being forced into that bag and being tied and carried around like a goat. Stanye. And then I've seen that same grown man in that bag 2 weeks later leading the crew to go catch another one. Say, hey, I'm also part of the gang now. Come on, yeah. You were tying me up.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a way of, and as brass cap, these guys are not going to shy away from
Yeah.
him, mind you. Like the next day, they're even going to come check up on him. It's like, jong, is nga.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, jong, we've told
Yeah.
you, oppo met hy goed.
Yeah.
Oppo die vrousland. You see how
Yeah.
helpless you felt with
Yeah.
like 4 guys sitting on you.
Yeah.
That's how your wife feels when you're beating her.
Yeah.
Helpless. She's
Yeah.
like she can't help herself. So it is effective, I guess, in in a way. But I know on a large scale, we can't go just everybody deciding they're going to beat up somebody because they're being
Yeah.
abusive. We have laws.
I want to say, I see this, I looked on the screen and the first person I see is Ngapri
Munchi.
It's the first time I'm seeing her on the stream, by the
Okay.
way. She just says, violence on violence never resolves anything, but I'm impressed by men taking action.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, I'm impressed that they're trying to, like men are finally, like they're doing something about it to protect women, because that's what women need, protection. But I don't know if in the grand scheme of things it will really resolve the violence issues.
No, for me, definitely, I do feel that it serves its purpose.
Yes.
Because, on the contrary, I do feel that we have too many situations in our society where women get assaulted by the men in their lives. They go to the police, gaan kla die man aan. A day into that, she feels sorry for him.
Sy vat vir die ou kos en
Sy
gaan trek die sak terug.
sy gaan gee vir hom kos, sy trek die sak terug. Okay? Next weekend, same thing, or 2 weeks after that. The leverage that the community has on this guy, I think because it's in such close proximity, like you do say, And I watched the video, and I was no regtig baie jammer nie, maar I was really galvanizing. I was laughing my, you know what, off yesterday.
Ek het ook gelag.
Ek het lekker gelag. Because you see, the thing for me is, you know what, if you keep on, and if you have to go back in the history of this man repeatedly beating, assaulting his wife, and it results to this, I think he will think twice
And the guy said,
of doing this again.
it's not just we spoke to him.
Yeah.
We had meetings.
Meetings.
Basically like a meeting, brotherhood meeting where we come sit and come discuss like my broer.
Jy wil nie
Stop
luister nie.
hitting the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jy
So
wil nie hoor nie. Yeah. So for me, daai manne was reg.
you know what was funny?
Yeah.
The one guy goes, okay, wag no. And then the other one is like, I also haven't hit him yet.
Yes.
Look. Yeah. Crazy
So-
goedes.
So we were schooled here in the studio this morning by none other but our internal lawyer, Shines
Haile.
Shinedima. He was very much against the fact that these guys took the law into their own hands and beating this guy up. We were ganging up on Shines here this morning in the studio before we went on air. So Shines came here was because you see the thing is when from us here who comes from the Lokasi, there's such a thing as there's traditional justice for us.
Yes.
So Shines came here with his law degree and explanation of the law needs to take its course.
Yeah, pro forma.
Pro forma.
What factor?
What's a pro forma? What the hell are you
Started
talking about?
speaking Latin here.
Oh, stel jy jou Latin belang nie, Shines, please. Yeah, we don't care. Go to the court with those fish rod shoes that you are wearing today, okay? Oh, stel jy belang nie. Yeah. So, my point of view is, okay, we need to have more okuras, or what do you call it?
Oh, Korea.
Okuras. We need to have more okuras like that, where your peers
Keep you in check.
keep you in check. Okay? Sammy was talking about an incident where a friend of his, this guy constantly kept on beating on his girlfriend or his wife or whatever. Daar kom Chili ou saam met hulle. And Sammy said, they told the guy, say, hey, luister hier so. Jy hang nie meer met ons nie.
Yeah.
Okay? If you keep on doing what you're doing, okay?
Also, we don't want you around
We
here.
don't want you around us.
Yeah.
Now, what do you guys want us to do as men if we say that we need to keep each other accountable?
Yeah.
I believe this is the first, from a traditional grassroots level point of view,
Yeah.
to start keeping each other in check. Slaat hom. Klaar.
Terechtkom.
Ja, laat die
You,
reg kom.
you think this guy has any remorse when he's hitting on his wife?
Ja. Ja.
Who's just as defenseless as him again?
She's defenseless. She's defenseless.
Yes.
The fact, and dit is ene wat ek sê, Cubase, I've seen this many a times in our community, where a repeated offender, I'm not just talking about somebody who's abusive to his wife or whatever, or kids or whatever, but somebody who's just a potsotso.
Yes.
Jy's net a sondro, wat ons sê.
Ons ken net Daud vir wie gesteek.
Ja.
He's the one who killed who, you know the whole track record,
Ja.
my loop op die straat.
Exactly. Many a times, and you guys, as julle van die lokasies, you probably remember or can identify with this. As die man gevang word by the community, and he sees this mob justice in front of him, what is the first thing that bel net die polisie.
Yes.
Bel die gatas. Because he knows he will get off met die gatas.
Yeah, of course, the Khatas are going to treat him with
Kids gloves.
Of course.
Kom ons hoor wat sê die mense.
Oma kura toch Cubase, not okura. It's
Okay, what?
tomato man.
Yeah.
Capri. I still have to figure out that name. Roviera Aisha, a Herrero fight ni. Hulle sal jou 10 tackle. Ja, finish en klaar mee, bro. Julle dink Bakley is maklik, julle. Bakley is maklik. Asino Kambikiti shines, show your shoes. Maybe I have also such shoes, so I donate them to the needy. Hy soek is 'n fish rod skoene meer. Also, okay, as dit kom by bepak, los dit vir die damaras.
Bepak die? Nee, die pastors kan bepak. Pastor, stand by.
Ronnie Joe is saying that guy was traditionally disciplined. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, he's not even going to stand up and go try and make
A case.
No. Estomich, brotherhood can work against some women. Take a policeman beating his wife, but the wife can't report because the husband is protected by his brotherhood.
Momununa.
It's never easy for some. That is also true.
Yeah.
Hereros ken net bepak. Cuba is liegek. Hey, Rob, weer sê.
Jy lieg, Ro. Dis nie waar nie.
Kama ken net bepak. Ons land
Heroes are slow burners. Very, very, very slow burners.
Yeah, unless they... yeah, it's true. Slow burners is actually
Yeah.
the right word. Lea Muniela, so they first speak to you, right? Several times, right?
Yeah.
Then I think the errors are on the right track.
Yes.
Violence on violence never resolves anything, but I'm impressed by men taking action.
Okay.
That is good. It's called nip and tuck. I have no idea what that is.
Nip and tuck.
People are tired handing over cases to the police because they always get away with it. It's a lot of straat rond young people that you clearly know. Okay, I think Shines must stay down to gaan. So we're going to have to cut the show a bit earlier than we normally do today.
We'll be live streaming.
Yeah. Just by the way, so the president is addressing the youth today?
Yes, he's addressing the protesters, the youth protesters, regarding, what the demonstration was about. We're going to live broadcast that meeting.
Yeah.
It should be interesting to see what comes up.
I want that girl that was heckling the dog to also ask the president, where were you? Why were you quiet since Thursday? Why are you only coming now? Is it because you want our votes or what? All right, okay, so we got to go now. What's up for the weekend? It says Vrydag. No, it's donderdag.
It's
Vrydag,
Vrydag.
nee?
It's Vrydag.
So what's up for the
En jy
weekend?
het nie geld nie.
By the way, it's my daughter's birthday today. She turns 5, my beautiful little princess. So you guys sing her happy birthday wherever you are. And e-wallet me $100.
Is it the birthday today?
Yeah, it's a
She's
birthday.
turning 5.
Turning
Oh
five.
man, that's sweet.
Your daughter?
Last week,
Happy birthday.
last week Friday, the wife turned
Nee.
some age.
I know. Nee, ek weet. No, Shines, just quickly come here.
Shines is agitated.
Just quickly come here. No, ons cheap. Kom staan net gou hier. You don't have to sing. No, that's not what we want to do. Kom staan net hier. No, I'm not gonna. Please. Yeah. Somebody was asking on the stream, they want to see your fish rod shoes.
Maybe they have the same shoes.
You see? Even without socks.
But that's how they should be worn. Wat draai jy selfs kon met socks?
Suede. Oh yeah, it's suede, eh? Yeah.
You're
No, I
really
don't wear shoes
embarrassing
like
me
that.
now.
I will never wear such shoes.
They're nice shoes, Shines. You look dapper.
What?
Egg. Copy that.
Yeah, forget it.
All stars
Why do
for
you
life.
think- Why do you think Shines is the hit, not you guys?
Oh. Okay, let's cut the stream.
Let's go.
Yeah, thank you very
And
much.
have a blessed Friday. Take
What are you going to
care.
do this weekend?
No, we're not doing that. We need to go. He needs to go. So we need to do this coverage. So there's not even conversation for that. But stay safe, guys. Enjoy your weekend and God
You could
bless.
have just told us about your date. It wouldn't have been a big deal.
Want julle wil oor my man hoor? Maar net less.
Your man say yep, man.
Your man is gay.
LifeSave guarantees the growth of an individual's savings over a period of time. With guaranteed 8.5% compound interest rates per year, making your money work for you has never been this easy. SMS LifeSave to 31844. LifeSave, underwritten by Trustco Life.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, Monday to Fridays.
The Morning Mix.